Hey guys, Jet Saturn 7 here. Today we're taking a look at the top 10 NASCAR races that I have seen in person. So it'll be a great list, be a great video, and I hope you all enjoy it. So starting off this list, we have the 2014 Coca-Cola 600, a race that was won by Jimmie Johnson. So this was the first time that I had attended Charlotte Motor Speedway in person. This was actually the first racetrack outside of Martinsville that I attended in person. So growing up and going through college and stuff, didn't have a whole lot of money, so I had to be really picky about which races that I attended. Of course, I still kind of am. 2020, I had more plans to attend more tracks that I haven't been to. We'll see what happens next year. Hopefully, I can attend some that I've not been to yet. We'll see what happens. That's a different video, different story. But yeah, 2014 Coca-Cola 600. It was a pretty good race from what I remember. It was, it gets a little dragged out there, as typical with every Coca-Cola 600. But I worked with a guy. I used to work in an Exxon station. He had won 4 tickets to go to the race. So it was he, his wife, his daughter, and then they invited me to go along. Very appreciative of that. It's very cool that they invited me to go with them. Very cool to see a track, the 1.5 mile track in person, versus the half-mile tracks that I've been used to seeing with Martinsville. So it's a very cool experience. Pretty cool to see Jimmie Johnson win at Charlotte in person. That was actually his favorite driver and his wife's favorite driver and his daughter's was Jimmie Johnson. Being a Jeff Gordon fan, I was severely outnumbered, but it was all in good fun, very fun experience. Coming up number 9 on this list, we have the 2018 Bass Pro Shops NRA Night Race at Bristol. This is the first Cup Series race at Bristol that I attended. The first night race at Bristol I attended. For the Cup Series, I didn't attend the day race. No, I did attend the day race back in 2016. I did, but this was the first night race that I attended at Bristol. So it was a very cool experience. Kurt Busch ended up winning the race, which I like Kurt Busch quite a bit. Car was pretty beat up. He got involved in an accident. Can't remember with who, but very cool to see Kurt Busch win the race. Very cool experience to be at Bristol, under the lights in person. My first time being there under the lights. It was a very cool experience overall, and proud to say that I've gone to every Bristol night race since 2018, including 2021, and it's been fun every year. Definitely a good tradition that my dad and we continue to use and continue to go to, so we'll definitely keep that up for next year. Coming in at number 8, we have the 2012 Martinsville Spring Race. I forgot the title name, Goodies, 500, Goodies Pass Relief 500, I think. So yeah, 2012 Spring Martinsville race. The only reason this race made the list was because it was the first time I had attended. I got to go into the garage area. We had got pit passes. I attended this race with the same guy and his wife that I attended Coca-Cola 600 with. We actually went to a couple races there. But yeah, we attended this race, and we bought pit passes. The first time ever I had experienced that. So got a lot of drivers' autographs. We got Clinton Boyer, Richard Petty, Greg Biffle, Brian Vickers. He ended up getting Jimmie Johnson and Chad Knaus autograph, and I had brought one of my Jeff Gordon diecast cars in hopes of getting Jeff Gordon's autograph, and I was very lucky I did. So getting to see Jeff Gordon and getting his autograph, my favorite all-time driver, was definitely a very cool experience, and the only reason this race is on the list, as I'm not going to go into detail with this race, as anyone who has seen it knows what ended up happening, and yeah, definitely moments before disaster for this race. So coming up at number 7, we have the 2014 Food City 300, the only Xfinity Series race on this list. So I mentioned in 2018 was the first time I attended the Bristol Night Race, the Cup Series. However, we did attend the Xfinity Series race at Bristol in 2014. So we had, my dad and I attended this race. My mom had actually won us tickets through Nationwide Insurance, which at the time sponsored the series. All of our cars were they're insured through Nationwide Insurance, still are. And so they had this contest in my hometown where you won 2 tickets to the Nationwide Series race, and so my dad and I, we ended up winning the tickets. Of course, my mom, she's the one who entered contests, and my dad and we all entered. But my dad and I, we won the tickets, and we got to go. Unfortunately, we had to come back. It was a little weird going just for a second tier race and not staying to see the cup race. A little strange, but overall, it was still a very, very good race. Glad to see a driver who I like in Ryan Blaney winning that race on the last restart there with Kyle Busch. Very cool race. Very happy I got to attend that one. Didn't think we were going to get it in. It rained there a little bit, but we got it in, and we had a fun time watching that. And thus far, it's been my only Xfinity Series race I've attended. I've attended 3 truck events. None of those are on this list because I don't remember much of them. So yeah, and all 3 of those truck races were at Martinsville in 2004, 5, and 6. So moving on. And at number 6, we have the 2019 All-Star Race. This was the second year that a friend and I, his YouTube name is Block82 Laps. But we attended the All-Star Race in 2018 where Kevin Harvick had won. And then in 2019, we renewed our tickets, went to the All-Star Race again, and just a fantastic race overall from start to finish, from the preliminary race of getting the drivers who weren't in the All-Star Race. All those segments were just fantastic. The finish with William Byron and Bubba Wallace and Kyle Larson to the finish with Bubba and Suarez, and then seeing Kyle Larson win his way into the All-Star Race, and then seeing him win the All-Star Race was just a very cool experience. He's actually my friend's favorite driver is Kyle Larson. So it was a cool experience to see his favorite driver win in person, and also a driver who I very much like and still do like, and hope he does well in the number 5 car next season. I'm sure he will. So, yeah, very cool race, very fun race. Coming in at number 5, we have the 2016 Goodies Fast Release Shots 500, whatever it was called. But Jimmie Johnson ended up winning this race. This race is on the list, not necessarily for the race itself. I mean, it was a good race overall, minus the 23 lap caution that they had for the Carl Edwards blown tire incident. He had blown a tire, and they were in the middle of green flag pit stops. Took him 23 laps to reset the running order. But anyway, the journey getting to this race was pretty intense. So 2016, I had graduated college in May. So did my friend Blockade Who Laughs. And, not really fresh out of college, but a couple months out of college, still very much unemployed, still not having a lot of money. That was right after those floods that had occurred in West Virginia that actually Denny Hamlin donated money to, which was pretty cool. I think Denny Hamlin and Bubba Wallace actually donated money to the flood reliefs in West Virginia, which is very cool. So during to this race, my dad, he ran into some personal problems. So we didn't have, my family didn't have a lot of income coming in. Mom only worked part-time. We didn't have my dad's income at the time, didn't have my income. So my mom had won 2 tickets off of the radio for my friend and I to go to the race. And so, not having a lot of money, she did what she could. She gave me $20 to attend the race. My friend's mom gave him $20 to attend the race, and we had to borrow our friend's mom's vehicle to attend this race. So driving down on a borrowed vehicle on just $40 from West Virginia to Martinsville, Virginia. Very, very careful about what we spend our money on. Just the necessities, man. Just food and gas. That was what it was. But very fun race, very fun experience. Another cool part about this is we got to meet Spencer Gallagher, who was a truck driver at the time. Got to hang out with him for a few minutes, talk with him about racing, talk with him about NASCAR. He was in the Chevrolet Chevrolet setup that they had down there. But that was a very cool experience. Thankfully, now when we attend races, there's a little more money, but definitely had to be very, very careful about how we spend our money during that time. So coming in at number 4, we have the 2020 Make of America Roval 500 at Roval 400, my bad, at the Charlotte Roval. So this was the first time I've seen my current favorite driver, Chase Elliott, win in person. Again, my friend Blockade Who Laughs, we attended this race. We also brought a couple of co-workers with us to this race. They had never seen a race in person before, but our friend's wife, she's a her dad was a big Ken Schrader fan back when he raced, and so she also grew up liking Ken Schrader. Of course, now she likes a lot of the younger drivers that are coming up, like Chase Elliott and Ryan Blaney and drivers like that. She actually bought a Chase Elliott hat while we were down there, and her husband he watches it. His favorite driver is Ryan Blaney, which was pretty cool to see Blaney run up front and win the stage there. Of course, her husband just recently kind of got in NASCAR since I've been working with him past year or so, and have really helped introduce him to racing, introduce him to NASCAR. He knew of it, he knew some of the drivers, but as far as watching it and paying attention, he really didn't do a whole lot of that until I kind of introduced him to it and took them to this race. Very cool experience. I was shocked that they got that race in, considering the rain and stuff. Very, very rainy, very muddy at the start of the race, but sun came out actually a little bit there, and they got the race in, and just a great experience to see Chase Elliott win in person. My first time I've seen him win in person, so that was very, very cool. Okay, number 3, we have the 2005 Subway 500. So 2005 Subway 500, this was the second Cup Series race that I attended in person, 4th race overall. As I say before, I attended 2 truck races, because what me and my family did, we would buy, we wouldn't buy, my dad would be given truck tickets from Federated Auto Parts through a couple mutual friends there. He'd be given tickets to a truck race, so we would just get a motel room, stay down for the truck race, watch it, and it was pretty cool. Got to see Darrell Waltrip race at Martinsville for the last time. Not last time, because he, raced in 2006 in the Busch Series. But as far as trucks go, got to see him race. Pretty cool deal to see Darrell Waltrip race one time there. But anyway, back to this race. So 2005 Martinsville Subway 500. First time I got to see Jeff Gordon, my all-time favorite driver, win in person. So that was just phenomenal. So glad I got to see that and be there in person. I was, 12 years old at the time. So 12-year-old me, growing up Gordon fan, growing up in Earnhardt, but then Gordon fan. Just a great experience. Coming in number 2, we have the 2004 Subway 500, the very first race that I attended in person as far as the Cup Series goes. Just a great race overall. I remember my parents, they bought me tickets for this race on my birthday. I was born in June, so it was a little few months down the line that I had to wait. Didn't think the day was ever going to get here, but it finally did. I remember, opening up that birthday card and seeing those tickets in there, and I was ecstatic. I was so excited to just get there. I was like, we need to go now. It's like, I want to go right now and camp and just wait until the race gets here. But I was so happy to be finally, 11 years old, going to my first race in person. Just so exciting. It's awesome that my parents bought me those tickets for my birthday. I was expecting Nintendo GameCube, didn't quite get that, but I got it later. But yeah, they put the tickets in my birthday card, and they wanted me to wait till all my family got there, because my whole family, they're really big into NASCAR and racing stuff. So once everybody got there, friends and family and stuff, they finally let me have the birthday card, and I was a little weird. I was like, you just got me a birthday card? You've been hyping up this gift for months now. Then opened up, and I quickly realized, I was like, oh gosh, we're going to Martinsville, damn. But yeah, it's definitely very cool. Of course, unfortunately, the race was marred by that tragic accident involving the Hendrick plane. Just a tragic event overall. And finally, at number one, my all-time favorite race that I don't even like now attending races. I just don't think any race that I attend will ever top this. I don't think any race that I will ever watch will top this race, even on TV. I just don't think it will happen. The 2015 Goodies Fast Relief 500, a race won by, as I mentioned before, my all-time favorite driver, Jeff Gordon. Seeing his last win in person through everything that had happened that race, from Matt Kenseth wrecking Joey Logano to hearing the fans cheer like they did after that had happened. I'll admit I was a fan that cheered when that happened. But looking back on it now, you just get caught up in the moment. I don't typically like to do that because cheering for a wreck is in very, very bad taste because drivers can get hurt and that sort of thing. Cheering for anybody wreck just in bad taste. But yeah, it was a great race. Feeling the energy of everybody else around you in the moments of the wreck, and then having Jeff Gordon, win his last race, being there in person, getting pieces of confetti, that were shot up from the victory celebration on the front straightaway. Just getting to be there, seeing it, witnessing it in person will likely forever be the best race that I have attended in person and the best race I have ever seen. I don't think anything will top it. I forgot to mention whenever I watched whenever we went to 2016 Martinsville race, it was the last time Jeff Gordon raced. So being there for his last win and then getting to see him race, the last time, both were very cool moments. But yeah, this race tops everything. So that's the video. I appreciate you all watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video.